Hey, what's up? We are Demonik and this is Dave Softees Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. Stay tuned!
Alrighty, Metal Maniacs, here we go. Please help me welcome back to Metal Messiah Radio. Hailing from Madrid, Spain, from thrash metalers Demonik. Joining us, we have the vocalist, David, the Mad Tyrant Alarcia. Welcome back to the Metal Meltdown. David, thank you again for this opportunity. It's great to be able to talk to you again.
Thank you for having me here again, Dave.
It's a pleasure. And, I got to say this. At the end of my interviews, I always leave the doors open to the bands that I interview to tell them, keep in touch. And when you have new music, we'll come back on the Metal Meltdown and do another interview. And you're one of the only bands that actually have taken me up on that offer. And here we are to talk about a new release that you have. And I have to tell you, I had a great time earlier this season talking with you about Demonik's Rise from Chaos. It's a killer offering, and we've had the interview. We played this music so many times from Rise from Chaos on the show. People really are loving your music. So it's really exciting for me to be having you back here to talk about your brand new full offering called Demon, which was actually the band's official first name before you changed it to Demonik. So this is very interesting and really great to be able to have a full release to talk about. And I have to say, I checked out Demon. It's another fine thrash offering, so I need to congratulate you on this and everything that you've done leading up to this interview with your communication. I appreciate that, and you telling me about this other video that you released. We'll get to that a little bit later, but I want to congratulate you on this Demon offering, brand new stuff. It's excellent to have this.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. It means the world to us, your kind words, and also the people that it's listening to our music there in United States, in America. That really makes us really happy, because it was, a lot of new people that we wanted to reach, that we want to be listening to our music. So it's really, really exciting for us. And the second one, you simply asked us to give all the information that we could give, since we were talking from the previous interview, and everything that we've been doing since our last interview. I've already told you. I wanted to tell you because you were really kind. You helped us a lot. You offered your help, and here we are.
Excellent. You did exactly what I hope all the bands do, but you actually did it. So here's the proof. You come back on the show to talk about this new release. If you have another release in a few months, you come back again. Why not? But I don't know if you're going to do that right away, but it's just great to be able to do this. And I have to tell you, in 12 years here at Metal Messiah Radio, you're the only band I've ever interviewed twice within the same season with brand new music. So that's excellent.
We love breaking records.
There you go. And let's talk about this release before we start talking about videos. Let's talk about the band. And I know we've talked last time, and my experience talking to other bands from Spain about the difficulty in keeping a band together with the taxes over there in Spain. But let's first talk about this particular release. Now, I know keeping a drummer is very difficult, especially with bands I've talked about or talked with in Spain. So let's learn where this album was recorded. What studio was this recorded in? We're talking about Demon. And who was responsible for the mixing, mastering, and production of this?
We always have a go-to choice in the stage of recording and mixing, and it's Carlos Santos. Is the like we like to call it, is the sixth member of the band. He's always so kind to us. He always encourages us to do our best, and he's a killer sound engineer. So all that has been done since the second release of the band, as of the Las Cenizas de la Tierra, the title in Spanish, has been recorded and mixed by him in his studios, Sadman Studios. But this time, as I've already told you, our last offering, Rise from Chaos, was mastered by Jens Bogren in Örebro, in Fascination Street Studios. This time, we've talked with Mika Jusila, and we decided to master the album with him. And the results are amazing. Well, the two albums, but we'll talk about that later.
No, we can actually talk about that now, because you were telling me before the interview the time frame of doing this Demon offering, plus you have a reissue from your Ashes offering that you expected to be out there earlier, but it didn't quite work out that way. Do you want to spend some time talking about that situation? Because we could definitely hear about that, because I was not even aware that you had a re-release of your Ashes Offering.
Yeah, of course. Let me spend some time to talk about that.
Yes.
The band, before Rise from Chaos, had 2 albums that were written, the lyrics were written in Spanish. The first album of the band, which was called Demon, and it was released in 2010. And the second album of the band, which was called in Spanish, Las Cenizas de la Tierra, translated to English as Ashes of the Earth. And it was released in 2012. Well, the main reason, there are 4 reasons leading to us taking this decision of releasing 2 new reissues. The first one is that the past 30th of January, the band turned 10 years performing live. The band is actually 12 years old, but we've been touring across Spain for 10 years. And we wanted to do something special for us, for the members of the band, and for our people, for the public, for the listeners, for all the Metal Maniacs fans out there. And the second reason, which is really important, is that the first record of the band, Demon, lacked quite a lot of quality in terms of post-production. First release from a band, they don't really think cleverly in what they do, and they just approach a small studio, and the final product is not as good as it should be. So the older members of the band wanted to, at some point or at some stage, to re-record the album. We all agreed, and that project was taking form. And then are the third and the fourth reasons, which are a new established lineup with me and Gonzalo, me as the new vocalist and Gonzalo Icarus as the bassist. And the fourth one, which was the succeed of Rise from Chaos from switching lyrics from Spanish to English. The concoction of all those 4 reasons resulted in the decision of re-recording the first 2 albums, Demon and Ashes of the Earth.
Excellent. And I have to say, congratulations on both of those re-releases, and happy anniversary to you and Demonik.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And so this music is also self-released, and is it in digital platform only, or is it also available on CD?
We'll have the physical copies in no time. I even think we already have them stored at some of the members' house, but if they're not in our if they're not in our control now, they will be. So if any fan out there wants to receive a physical copy, they just have to send a message to us through our social networks or Facebook, preferably Facebook, and we'll just inform of the prices and we can send a copy right away.
Excellent. That's good news. And I'm curious to know, as far as in the remaking of the music, who actually was drumming for your re-releases? Who was, because I know at the last time we did the interview, I think you didn't have a drummer because of that messed up situation with the taxes and keeping a band together in Spain. Seems like a very tedious task.
It's a very frustrating and very tedious task, but fortunately for us, the previous drummer of Demonik, which is actually our session drummer now, Jose Andres, agreed to re-record the drums since he recorded the original drums in the previous albums. So we talked with him, we consulted with him, hey dude, we're going to do a reissue of the albums. Do you agree on recording the drums again? Yeah, why not?
Excellent.
That was all that was all about.
Excellent. Now, I also enjoy your cover art. I mean, I was really like, wow, this must be Christmas all over again, because I didn't even realize that Demon was out there, and I saw the cover art for this. And could you tell us more about it? Because I think it really pops, and I enjoy the coloring of it. And at first, when I looked at it, I thought it was like a picture of some woman's bottom, but it's actually not a woman. I don't think it is anyway. But could you tell us?
Demon.
It's the Demon. Who designed this? Could you tell us more about it?
We have very good relationships with a graphic artist, which is called Shanley, and he is the guy behind all our graphic art. He designs the T-shirts, he designs the all the graphic art of the albums. He even makes our posters and tickets for the venues. He's awesome. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, did great work for you. And now I understand, doing this or performing this music live is also very hard for you if you cannot have a drummer to do that. So do you have any chance of having a full-time drummer or even your session drummer to take this on the road with you? Do you have any possibilities of performing this music live there in Spain?
Yeah, of course. We've been touring the last year. We've been focused on touring across Spain. We're currently now in the third leg of the Rise from Chaos tour, and Jose is touring with us.
Very nice. That's good news. So you have any shows coming up in the near future that we could spread the word on, or is there anything that we could explain to the fans out there as far as what touring you may have?
Well, yeah, we do have, as I recall, we have 6 more shows from the first half of the year, and we'd like to spread the word about the first date of Demonik outside from Spain. We're going to play live for the first time in France.
Congratulations!
The March 21st, I think.
Very nice. Yeah, at least that's not too far away from you. It's your brothers, or you could say your sisters. The France and Spain are side by side, and you even have Andorra somewhere in the middle. So it's great that you're spreading your wings and getting to play in other areas. That's good. Congratulations on that.
It makes a huge step for us since we've been struggling to get our music. But I'm going to explain. Of course, there's the digital platforms, and everybody in the world can listen to it. But we wanted to perform live in other places rather than Spain. We wanted to, go outside, tour Europe, and all that stuff. And we were given our first opportunity to tour in an outside country, and we received the opportunity to play in France, and we simply took it.
Excellent. And congratulations again on that. And you recently told me about your re-released, or your brand new video actually, for In the Darkness, the official video. I checked it out. Killer. I started sharing it. And this is taken from your 2020 reissue of Ashes of the Earth that you recently talked about. I actually have to get this music. I haven't checked it out yet. And originally this music was done in Spanish. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course. You're right.
And then now it's all done in English, so I definitely want to check this out. This is also available on digital format, and it is going to be released on physical copy?
Yeah, of course. It is. It's already in Spotify. I think it's already in iTunes. It's already in Google Music, I think. So everybody who's listening to the interview can check it right now if they want. After listening to the interview, after listening to the full interview.
Yeah. That's amazing though to have the 2 reissues in one. Basically, they came out simultaneously almost. The one for Demon and the one for Ashes of the Earth. So a double whammy from Demonik. That's great.
Yep. Now we wanted it to be that way.
That's awesome. No one could say that Demonik is lazy. That's for sure.
No, we really hate to be. If we're not touring, we're composing or doing something. We wanted to do this, as I already told you, as a present for us and for the people. We really hate to be, sit down. We want to be playing. We want to be composing. We want to could keep with the activity of the band. We want to be moving always.
Excellent. Yeah, you don't want to be stagnant, as you're saying there. So let's talk about the video in the Darkness. How did this all come to be? And after you talk about that particular video, can you tell us if you have any plans for future either music videos or lyric videos for either Ashes of the Earth or the Demon offering as well? Are there more videos that you're planning to work on?
You got me there. There are 2 more videos to be released. We don't exactly know the date of release, but we can promise that there are 2 videos which are going to be released following the release of In the Darkness. Actually, In the Darkness was a pretty powerful tune even in those days, 8 years ago. Oh my god. And we always wanted to do a music video out of that tune, but we didn't have the opportunity until now. And when we were thinking about the promotion stuff and all the strategy of the album, we thought, man, we've got to do a video about In the Darkness, and we all agree.
Yeah, and I'm glad you told me about it because I was able to share it. And when you tell me you have new videos, I will be sharing it. So definitely, when the videos are out there, even if I'm not around because of work, I will definitely be able to share it and spread the word. And I will have my fellow colleagues here at Metal Messiah Radio that also appreciate your music. They'll also share this as well. And if I can't be here, if you have something coming up as far as new music throughout the time that I'm doing Softee, I could definitely recommend a fellow DJ at Metal Messiah Radio to be able to sit with you and talk about your music more. But otherwise, I will always be here to support you. You could count on that.
Oh, thank you very much. As I already told you, we are touring right now. We're focused on our third row of the tour.
That's excellent.
But we are also composing.
That's
we're
good.
also composing.
That's good.
And we don't know how is this going to end, but we are working in new tunes right now. We're working in what will eventually be the next record of Demonik.
Excellent. So definitely, keep in touch, and we'll be here to talk about it again. That's
also if you let me, I'd like to to clarify for the fans. Rise from Chaos was pretty. It diverges from what you may consider pure thrash metal. We tried, or we mingled the genre with genres as death metal,
yes,
brutal metalcore, not metalcore, but power metal, even some punk. I do know because I grew with them. I was a fan of Demonik before a member of Demonik. They the two reissues that we have already released are much more centered in the pure thrash metal, movement, the scene. So I know that the people that like Rise from Chaos will like this as well, but it'll surely be more appreciated by people which likes pure thrash metal and old school thrash metal.
Yes, I definitely noticed the sound of that of Demon. It's definitely more pure thrash, whereas Rise of Chaos definitely. And I commented about that in our last interview that I couldn't believe there was just you on the vocals, because I definitely felt a little bit harsher vocal with the cleaner vocal, and I was like, wow, that's all you. I was very impressed with your vocal styling.
Yeah, we're working on improving that even more in the next record.
Wow. We have a lot to look forward to with Demonik, so keep doing what you do, because we'll always have a place here on Metal Meltdown to talk about your music.
Thank you very much, Dave. You're so kind.
I love your music, I really do. And I want to know, do you have any updates on merch because of the reissues? Do you have any Ashes of the Earth or Demon shirts available besides the music? Do you have any?
Yeah,
you do. Great news.
That's a really good question, actually, because right now we're stuck with the merchandising we did for the Rise from Chaos tour. But since we have already decided to, you need more choices in your bundles for the venues, all that stuff. So we're releasing two more models of T-shirts. One is based in the Demon album, and the other one is based in the Ashes of the Earth album. And we're trying also to add to the bundle things like badges, stickers. We actually are selling right now picks, because both guitarists of the band have their own signature pickups and all that stuff. Or picks, not pickups.
That's excellent. I'm going to have to definitely hit you up on your Facebook. I need to get a couple of shirts from you, at least for actually 3 shirts, if you have available for the Rise of Chaos, the Ashes of the Earth, and Demon. I need to get 3 shirts from you if you have it available. So I will hit you up and we'll make that happen. Thank you so much for that information.
As soon as we have the t-shirts, I will call you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And is there anything that you would like to say to the Demonik fans? I know you have Demonik fan base there in Spain, but I want you to know that you do have Demonik fans around the world, because when we're on Metal Meltdown playing your music, I'm getting very good vibes and feedback from the fans that are listening. So you do have fans around the world, and we hope that we could get even more fans around the world, especially in America, to appreciate your music. So is there anything that you'd like to say to them at this time?
Of course, since it's very difficult for us to tour in your home country, we will eventually go to Europe, and we're really thrilled to do that. But it will be more difficult to get to America, to the United States. So until that moment arrives, please share our music, please share our music videos, and please, we really appreciate, all the support, all the always kind messages are welcome and are really important, because in this country, with all the trouble and with all the problematic to maintain an underground band active, that's really appreciated, especially from people out there that wants us to perform live in their countries, who wants to share our music, who wants to listen. So also to buy merch. if you really think that we are worth the chance, just contact us and buy anything you can. And if you cannot, or consider that you cannot buy anything from our merch store, please share our music videos, and we would really appreciate that. And eventually that will help us to perform in America, to perform in Europe, to perform in Asia, and I don't know.
Yeah, let's make that happen. And that would be on your Facebook. That's Demonik Official on Facebook?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. That's good news. And again, I want to thank you for spending time with us on this edition of Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. As I mentioned to you, this is actually a first for me in the 12 years that I'm here doing Metal Messiah Radio. Doing the Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. You're actually the first band to be featured twice in the same season for your music. So, that's outstanding. And, that is something like I'm really stoked about, that not only are you actually going to be on the show twice this year, but you have great offerings to be featured on Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. So I owe you a really kudos for that. Thank you so much for doing that, and thank you for doing what I always ask the bands to do. Keep in touch with me. You've kept in touch with me. You've been great. About a month ago or so, maybe it's 6 weeks ago, you told me you're going to have new music available, new videos, and can you come back on this show? I'm like, obviously, sure. I actually thought it was going to be closer to March that we're gonna be airing this before I head back to Softee land. So
yeah, I think I told you we were having delays or something like that. So yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, it was gonna be delayed, I think, but fortunately we can do it now.
I'm so happy that we could do this, and better late than never. So I'm glad that this worked out, and I'm really excited, stoked that you actually have two re-releases in one time, right at the same time. So now I have more music of Demonik to play and to listen to. So you really
means homework.
yeah, but you made my day, because I love to do that. I love to have to hear, not that I have to hear. I love the opportunity to check out more great thrash metal from around the world, especially from Spain, like we've talked about. There's so much great metal coming out there from Spain. I know a lot of my colleagues, they're really into spreading the word of Brazil, but why not spread the music of the Spain as well? I mean, we all know about Annulus Apatrida and Chrysix, but there's so much really great music. I think you told me last time about is it Holocide you told me to check out, and they have new music out there too. So yeah, you'll always have my support. I support.
If you want more suggestions, I can message you all the bands that I do know, or that I do know that
Please
that
do
I
so.
keep finding, which are
It's all about the communication. Yeah, if you could recommend more bands from Spain or even elsewhere, especially bands that are from the underground that need the support, I'm definitely willing and eager to check them out and play them, and even shoot for some interviews with them, because it's all about the underground, and that's what I feel Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio is all about. So yeah, any word that you have to tell me about some bands, I'm going to really appreciate that and take it seriously. So yeah, anything you have to tell me, it's definitely going to be appreciated. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much for everything you do for us, the bands.
I want
Metal Messiah.
Thank you for saying that, and I want you to know that'll always be that way. So, like I said, if I'm not physically here to do interviews or do the promotion, I could definitely do the promotions from the computer or from the phone, no problem. But if there's anything that I can't do for you, I have a team of metal maniacs here at Metal Messiah Radio. They'll be more than happy to get with you or support you as well. But I will always be here to do what I can for you, and I appreciate everything that you've done. Before we go and crank up more Demonik, is there anything else that we could bring out to the people? I think we have a lot that we have brought out to them, that a very meaningful conversation about the re-releases and how it is there in Spain and everything like this. But is there anything else that we can bring out there? I know you said you're working on composing new music, so we have that to look forward to. So there'll be at least another third time that Demonik and yourself will be on Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. So we're looking forward to that. Like I said, just keep in touch, and I can't wait for that. I mean, it's so exciting to hear about this situation of you having new music you're working on for more Demonik. So this is great. But is there anything else that we could actually get out there that you want to get out there to the people?
I don't know, just be happy and enjoy metal. But I'm sure you already do, so.
Exactly, yeah. You made my This has been a great season, let me tell you. This 12th season of Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio has been a really great season for me, and bands like yourself has made this happen. So I appreciate everything that you do, that I can enjoy doing what I do. That being said, let's go crank up some more Demonik and crank it up loud. Yeah.